Shadow Factories and We Evolve presents Tales from the Aletheian Society, Book 2, Chapter 5, State of Denial.
He saved my life. We'll always have that to remember. I wouldn't hold it against him.
It's a deep blow to us all, of course. Makes you think about what you've still got to be thankful for.
I do.
Well, here we are. End of the line.
Not the end for all of us, just for one.
Aye. Well, let's just get through this, eh? Best foot forward. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We're here to remember him, Jessie, not to forget. Life takes everything away in the end. Memories are all we ever keep for ourselves.
Yes, we deal with so much darkness, so much horror. It's important to keep our memories of the good times alive. I've witnessed some truly horrible things since I've become a member of the society, but I never expected this. Torture. I don't know how Jessie can stomach it. I shall have to get a drink. I can't listen to this.
Madam, you're a monster!
Listen here, pal. You haven't seen the half of it. That's a nice wee bunnet you've got there. It'd be a real shame if somebody was to pull out all the stitching.
Oh! You inhuman fiend! Is there no depth to which you wouldn't stoop?
Oh, a nice wee silk hanky. But what's this? There's a thread loose.
No, please, I beg you!
I'll just give it a wee tug.
Oh! Oh, what's wrong with you? Have you no humanity?
Oops, clumsy me. Dropped your bonny brooch.
Oh, no!
I could keep this up all day. Them natty wee slippers can go next.
No, please, anything but the turn shoes.
All right then, talk. What was that thing?
Something ancient and terrible. It was attracted to the plague, or maybe it made the plague, I don't know. The Stuarts, they've always had abilities. Something they call the favour of the unicorn, whatever that means. Look, all I know is the blessing was supposed to be in the blood. They warded that thing into place, left it trapped in the body of its last victim for centuries. The family have a secret book, the original Basilicon Doron. It explains it all. I'm no a wizard, I just translated the Greek for the regent.
What does it do then, this thing?
It's death, I think. I mean, all it seems to want to do is destroy. It can raise the dead, or it seemed to work best with victims of disease. That was quite convenient for our plans. I mean, for the regent's insane plans. I never liked the woman, personally. I was only going along with her because of tradition, you understand?
Oh aye, that'll be why you had your tongue planted up her arse. Because of tradition.
But listen, the thing said that she wasn't the heir, which must mean the rumours were true. Euphemia was always obsessed with the idea that there's another hidden branch of the family. I think that's part of the reason she was willing to sacrifice the 17.
How do we find this heir then? Talk!
I swear I don't know. If we'd known who it was, Euphemia would have killed them herself. All I can tell you is that the Stuart blood is noble and refined. It'll be somebody of a natural quality, class and elegance.
Maybe I could make the dolly show a bit more interesting if I took their clothes off. Make it appeal to a more mature audience. No, there's nothing under the clothes. No details to get anybody excited. I must be the unluckiest punter alive.
Sangreal!
Away. There's a woman likes her drink. Good on you at your age. Got any to spare? Oh, coming to give us a hug. Aye, everybody's your pal when you're blittered, eh, hen? Oh, you bandit! My ear! She bit my ear off! Help! Hollis! Murder! Get this mad old biddy off me!
Here, what's all this disturbance? What have you done to that nice lady, you shady bam? I know a purse snatcher when I see one. Don't you worry, ma'am. I'll get your goods back off him.
She's the one that attacked me. I haven't done anything.
Oh, they dollies. You're the thug that assaulted the young boy in the park earlier. You're a wanted man, my son. Now come along quietly. Aye, miss. If you come down to the station with us, we'll get you a nice cup of tea and you can tell us what this evil nyaff did to you.
She's distracted. I'm out of here before she decides she wants my other ear too.
Well, that's all we're getting out of the wee peacock. Any more and he'll likely pass out. Begged me to go to his wife and get replacement clothes. Tried to give me a list to fetch for him. The man's nae right in the head. Probably never had to wipe his own arse before.
Yes, well, it can be a sticky wicket for us public schoolboys. Took me a long time to get the hang of.
Arthur, some decorum, please.
Sorry, dear. Just reliving the halcyon school days of yore. Fagging at St. Paul's. Being thrashed by the sixth formers for some trifling infraction. A friendly ducking in the lavatories on a chill winter morning. Carrying the fagmaster around on our backs until we dropped from exhaustion. Character forming stuff. I can hardly wait for our own children to experience it all.
Well, I'm going out to get a wee breath of fresh air. Get the smell of burning velvet out from my nostrils. I'll leave you high society types to think of our next move. You're a bunch of useless bumbles is what you are.
Well then, given the severity of the situation, I have a contact to look up. Somebody who may be able to help with this kind of matter. Lady Roxburgh, would you care to accompany me?
Actually, Miss Cadwallader, I think you should take Arthur.
Lord Arthur, this situation is hardly one suited to his capabilities.
Miss Cadwallader, Lord Arthur Roxburgh is a grown man and a member of the society in good standing. It behooves you to give him the chance to prove himself to you, instead of dismissing him out of hand.
Very well then, Lady Roxburgh. I will take charge of him for the time being. I very rarely find my initial judgment of a person to be in error.
Ha!
However, I will, on this occasion, give Lord Roxburgh a chance to impress me afresh, if that is what you wish.
Thank you, Miss Cadwallader. Now, Arthur, you go with Miss Cadwallader and be on your best behaviour.
Yes, dear. Best foot forward. Do you think that's the left or the right? The best foot, I mean.
Come along, Lord Arthur. Best we be on our way.
The left or the right? Oh, I can't decide.
You're wasting your time, you know.
So you too are intent on disparaging my husband, a brave man who—
Pax, Lady Roxburgh, I'm quite fond of Arthur as it happens. I simply mean you're wasting your breath trying to get on my aunt's good side. She hasn't got one.
Here we go again. Just because a woman stands emancipated and in her own power, you seek to drag her down.
Oh, I see there's no talking to you about this. Dress her up in your suffragist nonsense if you want. The truth is she's on nobody's side but her own. Gender doesn't come into it.
Men like you have held Western civilization back long enough, Dr. Cadwallader. The day is coming when things will be done a better way.
And there's not a poor bugger dead in the name of some stupid cause who didn't believe otherwise. Trouble is, the hallowed day never really comes. There's just another wise owl waiting to point you over the next hill to fresh slaughter tomorrow.
You say this because the status quo serves you and yours. There are people who could be trusted more with such power.
And whose names might appear on such a list, Lady Roxburgh? Yours, I assume? I'll let you in a little secret, gleaned through a lengthy observation of human beings and their failings. Nobody's suited to power. In the end, you always become what you set out to replace.
With such an attitude, would the human race ever have advanced itself at all? Somebody must have the courage to steer human affairs, even if the cost is high.
I've changed my mind. You and my aunt are 2 peas in a pod. You're welcome to her.
So little respect you show her. Is it any wonder that the two of you don't get along better? A woman of her age. You can't expect her to live forever. Is this really how you wish to leave things?
She'll see us all in our graves, I expect. Whom the gods love, die young and all that.
Ah, the late Dr. Cadwallader.
I must say, she's holding up remarkably well, considering.
Sorry, everyone. Unavoidably detained. Here now, the show can go on.
Did you think we were going to hoard everything up on account of you? The whole world doesn't spin round your big fat head. We're just waiting on the minister.
Now I'm confused. I thought it was... Isn't it Dr. Cadwallader that's in the casket? If it isn't Dr. Cadwallader, then who is it?
I'm sure it will come to you, sir, given time.
Good of you to finally make it, Dr. Cadwallader. So seldom we see you up this early in the day.
Felt the need for a drink or two under the circumstances. Call it an old soldier's salute to a fallen comrade, eh? I'm not here to pick a fight with you, Sophie, on this of all days.
Something's not right here, Godalming. I keep trying to remember what happened. I was with Cressida, we were going to meet her mysterious contact, and then...
And then, sir?
So who's this mysterious contact, then? Seems like a rather seedy part of town, although I do love to get to look at the underside of the bridges. You'd hardly even know they were there from up above.
Indeed, that is rather the way he prefers to operate. Out of the public eye. Aha! Look yonder.
Oh, it's that Westcott fellow from the station. He seems to be asking that young lady for directions. She seems to be taking him into her apartment, I suppose you'd call it. Maybe she's making him a cup of tea?
Lord Arthur, I refuse to believe that a man of the world such as yourself doesn't grasp what is happening here. He is engaging the services of a prostitute and is now proceeding into that dank underground hovel to revel in sinful carnal gratification.
Gosh, you must be really good at lip reading to have gotten that from this distance. I totally misread the situation.
Come, let us interrupt the assignation.
Shouldn't we wait until they've finished? Seems only polite.
Just follow my lead, boy.
Good gods! I mean, madam, put your clothes on and remove yourself from my person. You have clearly misunderstood my innocent request to...
Whet your whistle, Mr. Westcott.
Here, you. Cost more for others, even if they're just looking.
Oh my goodness, she's naked. I can't look. I feel as if I'm betraying Sophie just by being here.
Pull yourself together, Lord Roxburgh. Let's not get squeamish. If I can manage the sight of Mr. Westcott's flaccid manhood jiggling about, you can survive the sight of an unclad female bosom.
How do you know my name? Dash it all, I'm a doctor, and I'm here to perform an important medical procedure on this poor woman.
I thought you were wanting a gub job and a wee squeeze of the diddies. That's what you said.
Shut your mouth, you stupid whore.
I regret that act of violence, sir, but I shall charge you to not speak to a member of the fairer sex in that manner. If that happens again, I shall be forced to thrash you.
Well, Lord Arthur. I'm somewhat astonished, but impressed. Perhaps Sophia is right about you, after all.
Who are you people, and why are you tormenting me?
Firstly, Mr. Westcott, whatever you got from Clootie, throw it over here.
I've no idea what you're...
The next one goes through your head, and I take what I want off your corpse.
All right. Here it is.
Carefully. Now slide it across the floor.
What is it? Some kind of jewellery?
Smash it.
No.
Are you sure? Should we return it to its owner or something?
Under no circumstances. Smash it, Lord Roxburgh.
Well, all right. It's a bit gaudy in any case.
Good. Now, Mr. Westcott, your life depends on this next question, so answer carefully. Where is Clootie?
That was jolly impressive back there, Miss Cadwallader. It's no wonder that the Doctor is so good at all of this, with you as his role model.
I shall take that in the spirit that it was intended, Lord Arthur. Hieronymus is a constant disappointment to me, but I suppose I should remember that such things are relative.
So who's Clootie?
Forgive me, Lord Arthur, but Clootie is something that you simply don't have the training to deal with. I'll ask you to wait outside while I attend to him.
Of course. Useless old Bodger Arthur gets left to one side where he can't do any harm.
Hardly. I wouldn't trust any of the chapter with this. The Unicorn Club didn't exactly handle Clootie to my satisfaction the last time we crossed paths. Better for everyone if the negotiations are directed by myself alone.
Very well. I shall remain on guard.
Indeed. You do that. I shouldn't be long.
Oh, fish and chips. That'll help me blend in seamlessly with the locals.
Cressida, you've aged, my dear.
A natural part of the human condition, Clootie. Nothing you'd know anything about.
Oh, I know everything about the human condition, Cressida. I hope you haven't come to threaten me again. As you well know, I was granted diplomatic immunity.
You were only ever allowed here on sufferance, but the Unicorn Club are gone now. Can't hide under their skirts anymore. Which means you need to make yourself useful to me if you want to continue conducting business in this city.
I think you'll have your hands full as it is, Cressida. Your little friends have awoken something more powerful than they realize. Once it recovers enough to shed off the last of its mortal skin it's wearing. Well, why should I care what happens to you humans?
Because for all it may lead the world to apocalypse, Clootie, it'll be its flavour of apocalypse, not yours. Still, if you're happy with just being a runner-up in the ruin and damnation stakes, by all means, let the creature run amok.
Older, but you haven't changed, Cressida. Still the same flint-hearted bitch as ever. Very well then. I believe we have a bargain. My assistance in return for immunity.
You can continue to operate here under the same arrangements as with the Unicorn Club, yes. Good. The first thing we need to deal with are the infected bodies in the tunnels.
There I can help you. The idiotic young Mr. Westcott was bringing me this. No doubt filched from the British Museum or some such. How's your demotic?
Passable. The offerings present some difficulties, but nothing insurmountable. Yes, this should suffice to clear the tunnels. Loath though I am to utilise heathen rituals, needs must when the devil drives.
It never ceases to amaze me. All the things you've seen, all the things you've done, and you still cling to your notions of Christian theology. You think that if God really existed, he'd want anything to do with the likes of you.
Some of us must sacrifice so that others can remain pure. That's the way it's always been.
Well, you'll be in good company with this creature, suitably biblical. Won't be riding on a white horse, but in all other respects.
Pestilence? This thing is a pestilence. God protect us.
What is it that they say, Cressida? God helps those who help themselves.
Your sarcasm in the face of the holy is the least of your offences, Clootie. I shall fear no evil, least of all the likes of you. I'll see myself out.
Sink my teeth into your throat and drag you already.
I feel determined. The old folk in this city.
Well, well. One door closes, another opens. Hello to you, good sir. Will you take a wee dram?
Oh, you're a good Christian, so you are. Here's to your health.
That's an interesting collection of dolls you have there, Mr. Stewart. Don't suppose you'd be willing to part with them?
Oh, aye, these wee beauties. Handcrafted, each one unique. Made by my own silver-haired old mother for me when I was just a babby. It would pure grieve me something rotten to part with them.
5 shillings the lot.
Throw in the bottle and you've got a deal.
Done. At last, the unicorn will be ours.
Here, what is it we're laughing about?
Are you unwell, Lord Arthur?
I've been poisoned. I asked for salt and vinegar. Instead, they poured some kind of toxic diarrhea over my chips.
Ah, you've encountered salt and sauce. Of course, nobody really likes it, but one eats it just to prove that you're better than people from other places, where they just eat food on the basis of how it looks, tastes, or smells. When you can force that stuff down with a smile, you'll fit right in with the locals.
So it's like a horrible initiation into some kind of primitive tribe.
An unkind analysis, but not entirely inaccurate. Now, we're short on time and we have a long list of items to procure. You and I are going to save the day, Lord Arthur.
Huzzah!
Now, what did they two want here? I'm getting tired of being the Tribune's delivery girl. Package for Mr. Clutie?
And so we spent the next few hours tracking down esoteric Egyptian whatnots. Some we acquired through honest means.
Pay the man, Lord Arthur.
Oh, yes, of course. £20, was it? Others less honest.
Stop! Thief!
But at last, Cressida had everything she needed for her ritual. Everything.
Let's see the list. Crushed scarabs are burning in the braziers. Crocodile skins hanging thus. Sigils marked in blood and honey. Good work, Lord Arthur. You've a fine hand for calligraphy.
Honestly, Miss Cadwallader, I can't tell you how grateful I am to be part of this. To really feel I'm contributing instead of just bumbling around and getting in everyone's way.
I think it's entirely safe to say that I couldn't do this without you, Lord Arthur. It is time for the final supplication. Bring me the knife.
Here we go. Watch out, it's freshly sharpened.
Sobek, accept this offering. 1 calf of pure blood and milk-white skin. Let his sacrifice seal our bargain. Let the waters of the Leith rise.
I say, where are we getting this unfortunate calf from?
Sorry, Lord Roxburgh, but your sacrifice won't be in vain. You will save many lives.
Wait a moment. That was me she stabbed. It was me who...
Yes, sir.
It was me who died.
I'm afraid so, sir.
And now I'm about to be buried?
Indeed, sir. I believe it was the spot that you picked out, though.
That really isn't as much consolation as I had hoped. I assumed I'd be an old man by the time I needed it, with Sophie by my side and a gaggle of children to see me off. My child is going to grow up, never knowing me. I'm never going to get a chance to meet him, or her. Never going to get to bounce them on my knee or tell them how much I love them?
Serving the society is risky business, Lord Arthur. I'm sure they'll be proud to have a parent who died so heroically.
Heroic? I had my throat slit like a Christmas goose. By one of my own allies, no less. Never even saw it coming. A fool is all I am.
Maybe so, sir, but I'm sure your intentions were always good.
I don't want to be a hero. I don't want good intentions. I want to be alive. I want Sophie.
What's all this shite? I came here on the promise of a good anti-Catholic rally, and instead there's grown men kicking a ball about like wains.
It's the new football team, Rangers.
Listen, you ear to me, lad. I've been marching and rallying against the godless papists all my life. I'll shake hands with an Orangeman. I'll break bread with a Mason. But I'll be damned before I waste my precious holy bile on some stupid game like football.
Aye, we do that stuff too, but that's mainly in the pub after. No during the game. Well, except for a wee bit of shouting and scuffling when it gets exciting.
Son, it fair brings a tear to my eye to hear you speak like this. In my day, we didn't need an excuse to hate people. We didn't need an excuse to turn up and form a mob. Now you just want to stand there, your jaw slack with sloth, eyes glued to the pitch when they should be contemplating the good book instead.
Aye, well, looks like your day's been and gone about 100 years ago, Granda. Now shut your geggy and geese peace. I'm trying to watch the game.
You wee rapscallion. This country's pure going to the dogs, so it is. The youth of today haven't got a clue. Fit but for grown men. Just one more of Satan's wiles to ensnare the weak-willed. I'm gonna pray for your soul tonight, son.
Aye, you do that, begin.
I'm gonna pray you're damned to everlasting torments in the pits of hell, you cheeky wee bambo. You will only be so full of yourself when it's just you and the Pope bobbing about in the lake of fire, being prodded by Satan's pitchfork.